to another edition of the Overtime Sports Show here on Fuego Beats Radio. I'm your boy Big Keish, your host with the most. This week I got my guest host with me, Trevor. What's good with you, Trevor?
What's good, family? Chilling, man. How are you?
Everything's good, man. Trevor, as y'all know, Trevor helped me out a couple weeks ago. He filled in as one of the guests for the week and everything. We're going to bring him back as a regular. He's going to help us out for a couple of shows. He's actually the cousin of Tipsy. We're hoping to get Tipsy on the show with us this week, but don't know what's going on with him, but hopefully he'll make it on for the next couple of segments. If not, me and Trevor's going to go ahead and take care of the show this week. First of all, I want to go ahead and take care of do our shout out real quick. Super564.com. You know that's the place you can go for all your sci-fi, your horror, your comic books, whatever. You know, if you're down with all the aliens and stuff like that, that's the spot you want to go. Go check them out. Also, shout out to JSNL.com. My boy Jesse runs the clothing line over there. You got your shirts, your jeans, sunglasses just came out. Definitely go check them out, JSNLonline.com. Got some good gear. Got some watches up there y'all need to check out. They got the black watch and they got the white watch, known as the Jack Frost. So definitely check that watch out, man. So check them out. Also, FuegoBeats.com. The site is up. Go check the site out. We got What the Fuego up there. Y'all got to check out some of the What the Fuego because it's just hilarious up there. Some of the stuff that we've been posting up there has been good material. Also, we have the Writer's Block up there, represented by Request Entertainment, my group. You want to go ahead and submit some poetry or some short stories, whatever you want to do, get yourself put out there. If you're not one of the people that like perform on a regular, don't sing, don't rap or anything. If you just want to get your lyrics out there, go ahead and post your work to FuegoBeats.com at the Writer's Block, and we'll get you out there, and hopefully somebody gets you and see and you get recognized. Also on the site, make sure you check out the Overtime Sports Show as always. Check out some of our past shows up there. This is, I think, show number 6 we're working on, so we're really moving on with the show. Also, the Zombie Day movie page is up there. That movie's starting to drop this movie's going to drop this summer. The soundtrack is going to be straight fire. It's going to be insane. I already heard a couple of the tracks. It's going to be dope. So definitely go out and check out the Zombie Day page up there, and just check whatever. And if you want us to advertise on your site, let us know. You got something that you do business-wise and you want to get yourself out there, let us know. We'll DJ, artists, rappers, you want to get your music up on the site, you can submit your music up on the site as well. You can always email us, hit us up on Twitter, follow us up there. And shout out to all our followers that's been following us on the site, man. Thank you for all your support. Definitely keep following us, and I promise you're going to come up with bigger things. But right now, Trevor, how you been, man? How was your day, man?
Chilling, man. It's the Army life for the kids, Joe. Every day is the same, but it's different. Nothing I can't handle, though. I
feel you, homie. I've been working hard. I'm running kind of late. I've been working OT at the job all week, so I'm tired. Got to work tomorrow too. The hustle never stops, man. So I know how you feel right now, man. I'm waiting for the weekend if I can get some much needed rest.
Yes, sir.
Everything. So I know we got we're gonna have a lot of topics coming up. We got a few topics we want to discuss today. As y'all know, the big game is on Sunday. Baltimore Ravens versus San Francisco 49ers. I know everybody getting ready for their Super Bowl parties and getting ready for their, the wings and the beer and probably one of the greatest times of the year right now if you're a football fan. So big game on Sunday. Basketball season's going on. The All-Star break is getting ready to come up here in a few weeks, and this is a great time of the year. Hockey has started back. Yes, we are a sports show. We're going to cover all sports. Hockey has started back. The only thing in the season right now is baseball. Baseball's about to come back. Trevor, you a fan? You're a baseball fan?
Oh yes, sir. I'm a Yankees fan, true and true. Shout out to my Harlem Cats, all my New Yorkers, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got a Yankees fan on the show. Man, I love it, man. I'm a huge Yankees fan, man. Let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you quickly a question about A-Rod, man. They say he might be out for the year. What you think? But we got Euclid, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I feel a certain kind of way about it, man, because, Euclid was a Red Sox. So you already know how that goes, being a Yankees fan. You can't really support that 100%.
Yeah.
But A-Rod ain't been producing for the last, 2-3 seasons. He ain't been up to snuff for that contract we gave him. So where I'm at with it, I just got to wait and see what's going to happen. I mean, losing A-Rod because of how he is big, but he ain't been doing nothing, though.
On this level, I have to say it like this because the thing about it is that with Euclid, we got a third baseman to replace him, which is good. So I'm having a good feeling about Euclid. I mean, like I said, yeah, he's like you say, he's a Red Sox. He was a former Red Sox, but Johnny Damon was a Red Sox.
Right, and we converted him into being something worth something. I'm with it.
And Euclid is he's not a bad guy. I mean, he's not going to put up the big numbers, but he's consistent. He's not one of those guys who's going to walk up there and strike out all the time. You know, that's the one thing I can't say.
Right.
And we got him for cheap. 1 year, $12 million.
Yeah, I mean, we got him for the low, you know what I'm saying? And I honestly believe he's going to do good in the pinstripes. You see what I'm saying? I think he's an asset, definitely. But with that being said, I want to see just how well he's going to be able to adapt to that high-profile Yankee status. I mean, we picked up, what was the pitcher from Arizona? Randy, what was his name?
I got to check that out.
Whatever.
I forgot what his name was.
I'm talking about a few years back. We picked that dude up, and he was a beast on the Diamondbacks. As soon as he got to the Yankees, he wasn't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And we spent good money on him, so I'm just hoping it's not the same thing. Randy Johnson.
Yeah, Randy Johnson. Pitching stuff. I mean, I think Pettit's coming back this year. We still got CC.
That's what we need. We need
that. I'm gonna tell you about Sabathia. He allows a lot of runs, but the thing about it, when it's time for him to do business, he does work.
Yes, sir.
He does.
Yes, sir.
Sabathia does work. Hey, we made it all the way. Hey, Baltimore was a thorn in our side though last year, man. B-Moore was a thorn in our side. Them boys played good ball last year. They almost won a division. They almost took us out.
Yeah. That's every season. It's always one team. Like I remember it was the Devil Rays. Once they was an expansion team. Somehow they was doing work, and then it was Baltimore. I mean, we always got one, but it's only one though. Granted, everybody hates the Yankees. That's not a Yankee fan for whatever their reason is, but there's always one team that makes it rough. That we just can't. We like be 500 on the season against one team. But when it comes playoffs, baby, that's when we turn it up. We show them why we the greatest team on earth.
I don't worry about my Yankees. We are guaranteed playoff team regardless. Whether it's the wild card or the AL East, we are going to be a playoff team regardless. I'm sorry. I mean, Baltimore, yeah, I can't see them being another contender this year. Tampa Bay just lost Upton. They lost.
Yeah.
They like the Upton brothers are reunited. Y'all saw earlier this week the Upton brothers. You know, they already had BJ signed in the offseason. BJ signed with Atlanta, and then Arizona, who has been trying to get rid of Justin. Justin has been having contract issues with Arizona, and they've been trying to get rid of him for the longest. And what happens? He gets a deal to Atlanta, and what do you know? BJ is right there in Atlanta. The brothers teamed up, which I think was kind of cool.
Yeah.
My brother and everything. I would have loved playing baseball with my brother. I mean, that would have been cool, like having your brother right now. You got him. You got those two in the outfield.
Right.
You got Jason Hayward. That's gonna be a dominant outfield right there for the Atlanta Braves. They're gonna make some noise this year.
Yeah, they're gonna do some work.
Well, they're not my concern because that's NL. I'm concerned with the AL.
Right. I'm not worried about nobody else but the AL, and that's all I need to see is the Yankees keep stacking them wins up. That's it. And the Red Sox, you see how bad they fell apart last year. I mean, that was just, man, oh man, that was bad. That was just bad with the Red Sox last year. I saw a team just fall apart before my eyes. It was kind of like, I loved every single minute of it because as we were doing, the better we were doing, the worse they were getting. Yes.
And I got
a few friends that's Red Sox fans, and before the season started, the hate was strong. The Yankees ain't enough to watch the Red Sox do work. And by All-Star break, I was hitting them up like, damn, what happened to your squad? They was like, yo, I don't want to talk about it. A couple cats I know from Boston was in the dumps all season. It was glorious. I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Oh, yeah, I loved every minute of it. Hey, like I said, I'm a big baseball fan, as y'all know. You know, we kind of just want to talk about things current in the season. You know, not saying that we're gonna sway away from hockey or like baseball or whatever, but spring training is about to start here in a couple of weeks. So now I think the World Baseball Classic is going to be this year. So we're going to definitely get into some of the World Baseball Classic. We're going to discuss that, and we'll get into that. But right now we're going to take a short commercial break. We come back. First thing we're going to discuss, we're going to get into the Super Bowl. See where different opinions. See our predictions. Hopefully, Tipsy will be back on it after this segment. But if not, me and Trevor are going to just talk about Super Bowl and whatever it is and take up all your time today. So we're going to take a commercial break and right back to this.
Log in, FuegoBeats.com, YouTube, Mr. Fuego Beats.
Hello, my name is Anthony Ramirez. I am owner-operator of Ramirez Internet Solutions. Here at Ramirez Internet Solutions, we specialize in creating WordPress websites, aiding companies with their content management, and helping create search engine optimization-friendly material for the web. We also specialize in graphic design, logo design, and print marketing, creating all your graphics and designs for your web and print advertising. So if you are a small business startup, or not happy with your current website, let Ramirez Internet Solutions take care of your website for you. Even if you have an existing website but don't have the time to manage it, let us manage it for you, so you'll be free to do what you need to do, and that's run your business. Contact Ramirez Internet Solutions today at 571-572-0415. Again, that's 571-572-0415. Or email us at aramirez@ramirezsolutions.com or visit us on the web at www.ramirezsolutions.com. That's www.ramirezsolutions.com. Look forward to hearing from you soon.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Overtime Sports Show here on Fuego Beats Radio. I got my guest with me this evening, Trevor. What's good with you, Trevor?
Chilling, man, as usual. You know how it is.
I feel you. Well, Tipsy, unfortunately, he's probably not going to make it on the show this week, so it's going to be me and Trevor going to be talking up this week. We're going to jump into the Super Bowl. As y'all know, the Baltimore Ravens play San Francisco 49ers this coming Sunday in the big game. Is this Super Bowl, is this 47?
I think so.
I don't count. I think it's 47. I think 40. Green Bay won 45, 46, 40. Yeah, this is 47. Okay. Super Bowl. There's been so many of them, but this is Super Bowl 47 that they're playing. So big game. This is the first game since 2002 not to feature Peyton or Eli, Tom Brady or Ben Roethlisberger, which is interesting. So this is like the first Super Bowl since I think the Raiders and Buccaneers to feature two teams that had no Manning, Brady, or Roethlisberger, which I thought was interesting. And we're gonna discuss the game in a minute, but I saw something interesting. I was watching SportsCenter last night, and they have all kind of weird things you can bet on besides the game. One of the bets that I thought was interesting was you can actually put money down on what color the Gatorade was going to be when the Gatorade gets dumped on the coach, whoever team wins. You can put a bet on what color the Gatorade is going to be. That's crazy.
Stop it.
Yo,
they're getting bored with what they can bet on, huh?
Like, is it going to be blue? Now, me being me, I'm being stupid. I usually see the Gatorade bet in the game. Most of the time, it's like it's purple. So I'm either going to go with purple or blue. I don't know why, but I usually see purple or blue. I don't really see a lot of red. I don't think I've seen a lot of red being dumped on coaches and everything, but it's weird. I don't even know. They actually had a special on a couple of years ago about like how the Gatorade bath started when like coach gets drenched in it. And it was an interesting story, like how the whole thing started. I was wondering like how did that become a tradition, like with the coach getting drenched in Gatorade?
Right.
That's always been a
what
one. What was another bet? Another bet was like what the halftime score would be, or or somebody was like, it's all kind of. They have a site. I forgot what the site was, where they had all kind of statistics about the Super Bowl. And it was just weird. Like when the team wears the colored jersey, they win like 75% of the time, or when they wear the away jersey, they win. I'm gonna find the site. I'm gonna try to find it. We're gonna try to post it at FuegoBeats.com this coming weekend. Hopefully I can find the site. But it's all kind of weird statistics and everything about the Super Bowl. Let's jump into the game right now. we're gonna bring down each team, little piece by piece to see who's gonna have the advantage. So we're gonna start with quarterback. Trevor, who do you taking into who has the better matchup with quarterback? You going with Flacco or you going with Kaepernick?
I got to roll with Kaepernick. For one, being a New Yorker, I am a Giants fan, but I was a 49ers fan out the gate. You know what I'm saying? So with Kaepernick, he's just more of a threat because he can do more. You see what I'm saying? He's got a cannon. You know what I'm saying? I was questioning his accuracy throughout the season, and it seems like he's tightened that up quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's already going to be a problem for Ravens. Second, nobody, I don't care how big of a Ravens fan you are, you cannot deny the fact that boy's legs is an issue. That pass option play that they always run is ridiculous.
Yes.
You never know, and he's fast. He's fast. He can maneuver. He's agile. I mean, and he's young. I don't know how old Flacco is, but I'm pretty sure he's not as young as Kaepernick. You see what I'm saying? So the amount of factors that go into the differences in the quarterbacks, I'm not taking nothing away from Flacco. He's definitely good. Obviously, they're in the Super Bowl. And it's not just because of defense or Ray Rice. Flacco is a beast. I'm not taking nothing from him. But when you compare the two, you just got to look at it bare bones. Flacco's been in the league for a minute, and he's just getting to the Super Bowl. This is the first time he started almost halfway through the season, and the Niners were already doing good, and he made them better just because of his decision-making, his passing, his accuracy, and his running ability is what I believe is going to be the key difference in this Super Bowl. If the 49ers can't find a way to lock him down on the run, it's lights out because we already seen he can pass when he gets shut down on the run. You see what I'm saying? From the championship before the Super Bowl, they completely shut down his run, and he just passed him to sleep. But if he's got the passing working and the run working, the Ravens are going to have a long day.
Yeah, and I already see Green Bay the way I'm gonna go with Kaepernick on this one because Kaepernick it changes the dimension of what a quarterback's supposed to be. I mean, he's got Michael Vick's speed, he's got the arm of almost a Peyton Manning. The man's got like almost all the tools you want in the ultimate quarterback. Now, all due respect for Flacco, Flacco is coming into his own this year. He's been playing phenomenal football, but you have a quarterback as dynamic as Kaepernick is, and the way he runs that offense is flawless. I mean, the guy can pass, he can run. He kind of reminds me of like what Cordell Stewart used to do back in the day. You know, all due respect for Michael Vick, Randall Cunningham, all the scrambling quarterbacks. But what I see in Colin Kaepernick, I see a lot of Cordell Stewart, in him that I saw when Cordell Stewart was with Pittsburgh back in the day. Definitely, like I said, Flacco is what you call, your basic old school quarterback, 5-step drop, throw the ball. He doesn't run a lot. Right. It doesn't take for him a lot for him to do everything on the field. But when it comes to Colin Kaepernick, the man can go shotgun. He can do the draw play. The one thing I like to see him do, when he tucks the ball down and run. I mean, you see it a lot in college football, and it's kind of like earlier this year when San Francisco was using him as a backup, they pretty much used him in the Wildcat formation. And as everybody knows, the Wildcat formation is pretty much gone dead in football. I mean, it was fun while Miami did it, back in, when they had Reggie Brown? Not Reggie Bush, I'm thinking Ronnie Brown. When they were doing it in Miami, doing the Wildcat, they pretty much stopped doing the Wildcat. But anyways, I go off topic. But with Kaepernick, like I said, he's a dynamic quarterback, can change the game. Green Bay, he ran for 181, 2 touchdowns. The man played phenomenal against us. And he kind of fooled me against Atlanta when he didn't really run the ball a lot. And I think what Atlanta was expecting was the Kaepernick against Green Bay, and they kind of got him fooled and took him out of the game. But maybe that was a good thing because Atlanta had to switch their game up the way they was defending Kaepernick. But I'm definitely leaning toward quarterback here with Kaepernick. I'm gonna go with Kaepernick as far as quarterback goes. Let's go to running game right now. Ray Rice versus Frank Gore. Who you going with, Trevor? What do you think is better, Ray Rice or Frank Gore?
As much as I appreciate the sheer running power of Frank Gore, Ray Rice has that run game sewn up.
Yeah.
He's small. He's what every quarterback wants in a running back. He's small. He can hit the hole hard, or he can hit the edge. I mean, you can't deny it. He's a definite factor. Everything, his field of vision is on point. He can break tackles. I mean, Frank Gore, he don't break tackles. He run through people.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to go through the hole, and you're going to have a couple people get on him. None of the arm tackle stuff works. That's true. But Ray Rice don't even get touched half the time. He know how to move in the backfield. As soon as he gets the rock, he's already seeing linebackers coming up different holes, and he already has 3 or 4 different options of which direction he's going to go. Frank Gore is just one track steamroll, run through people, and you can respect that. But if they plug the hole, he's still going to try to run through it. Whereas Ray Rice knows how to get around it and all that. I mean, he's like, I won't compare him to Barry Sanders because that would just be silly, but you can see a little bit of Barry in his maneuvers and the way he moves around the field. You get what I'm saying?
I feel
he's the kind of, if I were to be a running back, I'd be more of a Rice than a Gore. I would want to shake people out their cleats and be on Sports Center, not for taking the dude out, but for making him look stupid. And that's the fact.
I think everybody's dream is to become on ES or go on Sports Center, become the #1 highlight of the day. That's a mainstream.
Right.
For the kids thinking about that kind of moment too. That's cool. But
yeah, I mean, and Ray Rice does it. He does it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go with Ray Rice too, and the reason I go with Ray Rice over Frank Gore is because Ray Rice is like, he's like a Kaepernick. He's like a Swiss Army knife. The thing about Ray Rice is dangerous. He's not only dangerous as a running back, he's dangerous as a receiver. Because he puts me in mind of Brian Westbrook when Brian Westbrook was back in Philadelphia. The man,
exactly.
He did it all. He did running. He was running back, wide receiver. He lined up wildcat. You can use him he's like a Swiss Army knife. And Ray Rice, I believe against San Francisco's defense, I believe he's not going to have a problem at all running the ball. I don't believe he's going to have much of a problem. Ray Rice is just dynamic, and I like this because on both teams you got two good running backs. This Super Bowl is really good because on each side it's kind of like, it's almost like a chess game, and it's really fun to see how these two teams are going to match up. It's going to be like a chess game. I love these two teams going against each other. But anyways, back to the topic. With Ray Rice, he's like I say, he's dominant. He's fast. He's got power. Frank Gore has power as well. I'll give Frank Gore power. You know, he can go up there. He can get you about 20 touches a game. I believe each of these running backs are going to get at least 15 touches apiece. Man, I might give Frank Gore because Frank Gore is a power back. I believe Frank Gore might get a few more touches than Ray Rice. But as far as running back goes, I'm going to definitely have to stick with Ray Rice. I got to go with Ray Rice because, like I said, you can line him up in the slot. The man can receive. And anybody remembers the San Diego game early this season when it was fourth and 26?
Fourth and like 27, something ridiculous like that, and converted it.
And he converted a first down. Yes, folks. Ray Rice, a running back, on 4th and 27, converted a first down. 4th and 27. Y'all don't think 4th and 27 is a long yardage? That is a long yard. That's even worse than like 4th and, when you see 4th and 10, that's one thing, but it's 4th and 20. You got to go 27 yards to get a first down. And I think with the 54th fired like immediately after the game for what happened. I think he was. I think he probably fired a game or two after, but I think he was fired for letting your man. Because come on now, 4th and 27, dude.
Right. That shouldn't have happened. That should have never happened.
And it was a screen. I think it was a drop off pass to the running back. It wasn't even supposed to go about 5-10 yards. which was Green.
Yeah.
He went 27 yards, and that's why he's dangerous at wide receiver. It's going to cause problems for San Francisco's defense. Now, I'm seeing in about the past 2 games, San Francisco defense has been very vulnerable. And then, against Green Bay and against Atlanta, and the same thing could happen with Baltimore. They have potential. But anyways, we're going to take a short commercial break. So, before I take the commercial break, we're both going with Ray Rice over Frank Gore. But running back wise, it's going to be a good matchup on both sides of the ball. We're going to take a short commercial break. We're going to continue more of this matchup between San Francisco and Baltimore after the commercial break.
Hello again. This is Anthony Ramirez from Ramirez Internet Solutions. Right now we are in the season of launching a new division of our business called RewardWatcher.com. RewardWatcher.com is an avenue for businesses and consumers to buy and sell all their goods and services at affordable rates. Right now this service is available to the DMV area only, but the more it grows, the more we plan on expanding up and down the East Coast and eventually west. Right now we are in the introductory phase of RewardWatcher.com, so if you sign up now, your listings will be free all the way until March. Also, we will be beginning an initiative program for our users. For every paid listing that you bring to us, you will receive a month of free listings. To learn more or to post your listing, please visit www.rewardwatcher.com. That address again is at www.rewardwatcher.com, or you can give us a call at 571-989-2392, or you can email us at help@rewardwatcher.com. Again, that's help@rewardwatcher.com. Thank you, and we look forward to you helping us make this program a success.
Log in, FuegoBeats.com, YouTube, Mr. Fuego Beats.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Overtime Sports Show here on Fuego Beats Radio. I got my man Trevor with me this evening. What's going on with you, Trevor?
Chilling, man. Doing the usual. Glad to be on.
All right. Hey, always welcome. It's always good to have you on, man. Trevor's helping me here tonight, man. My usual guest hosts, Maravich, Tipsy, they, got caught up. It's the third week. They're gonna miss shows from time to time, but Trevor has been loyal enough to help me out here tonight. So me and him, it's rare that you're gonna have 2 people on the show like this. So, anyways, we're gonna get back to our topic that we were discussing with the Baltimore Ravens and San Francisco 49ers. The big Super Bowl game is coming up on Sunday, Super Bowl 47, from the Mercedes Superdome in New Orleans. So a big game coming up. We were discussing both teams. We already discussed the quarterback, running back. Now we're going to discuss wide receivers. Trevor, who are you going? Who's receiving core are you going with? You going with Baltimore receivers? You're going to go with San Francisco receivers?
I'm going to go with the 49ers receivers. I mean, they got so many options on that side of the ball, and for some reason, everybody continues to sleep on my man, Randy Moss. I mean, granted, he slipped up and said something stupid earlier this week, but all in all, you can't deny that he's always a threat. Always, always, always. I mean, but Crabtree's a beast. Ted Ginn Ted Ginn was a Florida Gator. I've been following him since he was in college. You know what I'm saying? And Mario Manningham, he came from my Giants, so we already know the work he's good for. You see what I'm saying? We good all the way around. We good all the way around. The options on that team is out of this world. I mean, Randy Moss, you can still throw it up to him, and he'll even run it down. He can still out-jump people. He's still quick. He can still run a route. You know what I'm saying? Crabtree, he's shown that his route running is good. His hands is off the chain. I mean, and while everybody's concentrating on them, you still got Ted Ginn and Jenkins out there chilling, just waiting for it. I mean, it's too many people you got to focus on, for the 49ers, as far as the wide receivers go, to really lock on one person. Because you can't. As soon as you lock down on one, somebody else going to get off. You try and lock on them, I mean, the options is phenomenal. You can't deny it. We good. The Niners is going to win. I'm just going to come out and say it. I know that's mad off topic because we ain't said who we thought was going to win, but you got to call it what it is, bro. You got to call it what it is.
Was already making predictions. We ain't even jumping to predictions yet. Anyways, I feel where you're coming from. I'm gonna say the same thing with you. I'm gonna go with the 49ers receiving core. Baltimore's receiving core is very light, but like I said, both teams are almost. It's gonna be a hard run to call. Like when I asked a lot of people, I'm gonna jump into this real quick. And I know I'm off topic again, like always, but I'm gonna jump into this real quick. When everyone found out what two teams were going to the Super Bowl, I already asked everybody for the early picks, and for a lot of people, it was up in the air. They didn't know. They said that the match was so good they didn't really know. You know, San Francisco is the favorite to win. You know, but they say you look at both sides of the ball, it's kind of like, you know, wow. It's kind of like, and it's a good matchup. That's why this is going to be probably one of the better Super Bowls I think that you're going to see. But anyways, I'm off topic again. I apologize. My receiving core picks, I'm going to definitely go with San Francisco receiving core because, you know, you got Randy Moss. Randy Moss, he didn't put up big numbers this year. He didn't put up big numbers, but his job wasn't to put up big numbers. His job was to be that go-to guy they can look up to, you know, for Ted Ginn Jr., for Michael Crabtree. And I think Crabtree is just starting to play. We're just scratching the surface of Michael Crabtree because I think Michael Crabtree is going to be probably one of the next big stars in the NFL as far as wide receiver goes. I see a lot of potential in Michael Crabtree. Even doesn't matter who the quarterback was, whether it's Alex Smith or Kaepernick, Crabtree has a lot of potential. Ted Ginn Jr., to me, he's going to be special teams. And he's special teams wide receiver, but he's more special teams than anything, you know. But, you know, and then Vernon Davis, who is going to be probably the key to this game, you know, because Vernon Davis, he's fast, a big man, great target to go to. He runs routes very well. Him and Crabtree probably run the best routes on San Francisco. And they got a lot of good wide receivers. I mean, I don't know the name of a lot of them, but they got a lot of good rookies on their team. So definitely, they got some good receiving. They got a good receiving core. The other core on the other side, I'm gonna discuss them as well. I mean, I'm not going with them, but I want to discuss their receiver core as well. Torrey Smith, he's a beast, man. He had a good season. Anquan Bolden, can't forget about these guys. Jacoby Jones is almost the equivalent of Ted Ginn Jr. He's really a punt returner.
Right.
And that's why I said, you hear me why I'm saying why these teams are they're almost mirror images of each other. You got the two good wide receivers on each team. You got Moss and Crabtree. Mine is Manningham. If y'all don't know, Manningham got hurt. He tore his ACL in the last game of the season, week 17. This would have been a completely different. It would have just washed away because San Francisco would have been stacked at receiving core. You know, and Manningham would have been playing in his second straight Super Bowl. With, you know, because he was with the Giants last year. You know, a lot of people forgot that Manningham is out with that injury. But anyways, they're almost mirror images of each other. They both got two good wide receivers. And then tight end, you got David Pitter. Pitter's underrated. Dude, Pitter is a damn good tight end. You can't forget about David Pitter. Baltimore's got a lot of weapons as well. But as far as receiving core, I chose Kaepernick. I'm going to choose the receiving core. I can't choose the quarterback and go against the other team's receiving core because it wouldn't make any sense. I definitely got to stick with the San Francisco receiving core. They're going to be a lot of airing the ball out. I mean, you're going to probably get at least one guy's going to have 100 yards receiving. And I think it's not going to be, I think it's going to end up being Crabtree. I think Crabtree at least catch one touchdown pass. Probably, I think, he's going to catch a touchdown pass, probably go for about 100-something yards receiving. I can see him having a big game. Bolden's like Baltimore's dangerous. Their receivers are dangerous. Jones is fast. Torrey Smith is definitely a threat. You got and like I said, David Pitter. You get the tight end position. So it's like no matter what, you're gonna on both sides of the ball. It's gonna be some good. It's both good receiving cores on both sides of the ball. So, but me and Trevor, we both went with the 49 receiving core. Let me
ask you this.
Yeah, the last thing I want to discuss is defense. Both of these defenses are blitzing teams, hit you in the mouth, hard hitting. This is, on paper, two damn good defenses on both sides of the ball. Physical defense.
Yeah.
I like these defenses. I mean, come on now. I'm interested to know, Trevor, who you like on defense? You like Baltimore or San Francisco?
Strictly for the Super Bowl purposes, I think the Ravens might have just a little bit more on defense, especially because of this retirement that Ray Lewis is going through, with the already physical and mental awareness that he normally has through any game. But this is his last game of his NFL career, so his heart is in it. He's going to be playing lights out linebacker. He's going to be going as hard as he's ever gone. Is going to be even harder. He's going for broke because he wants to be in those. He wants to be in that category of those last few people that have retired in the season and won a Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? He's going to be playing strong. He's going to be even more of a threat than he normally is. And they got so many other people out there that's already nice on defense. I mean, you got Ed Reed out there for free safety. You know what I'm saying? He's locked down. The cornerbacking core with Williams and Graham, they're decent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say they're going to be able to shut down the Niners receivers, but they'll be able to cause enough of a hiccup. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Niners, they got something on their defense with what's my man's name? The linebacker or the linebacker Smith.
But they got Justin Smith.
I think I'm trying to remember what his name is.
I think it might be Justin Smith. I think you talking about the dude with the injury. I think he has an elbow injury.
Nah. Aldon Smith.
Aldon Smith? Well, I think he's 94, right? No, Smith is Yeah, I think it's Aldon Smith. But go ahead. Well, we don't know names, but I know who you're referring to. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, the Niners got a good enough defense. I mean, they've been on Sports Center and in the newspapers and all that about how they've been holding teams that normally put up big points throughout the season. They've been locking them down. That's understood. But the Ravens have always, more so for offense, they've been known for their defense. Flacco's gotten his rep up. Ray Rice has always been somebody they can count on, but their defense is what the Ravens have been based on, and I don't see them stopping that for the Super Bowl. I mean, it's the biggest Super Bowl of the year. This might be the last time some of these players ever see the Super Bowl. It's going to obviously be Ray Lewis's last time for the Super Bowl. They're going to be going strong. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on the Baltimore Ravens defense. The reason being, San Francisco's defense is hard hitting. I'm gonna give you that. They got a lot of good guys. Smith can rush you from the end. They got a lot of guys that can sit there and they can blitz you. They're hard hitting. The corners are Rodgers. The corners are unstoppable, man. They can shut down receivers. San Francisco's defense is good, but I'm gonna go with Baltimore's defense based off of experience. You got Ray Lewis out there who's going to be playing. He's going to be emotional while he plays. I'm going to even go as far as to say he's going to be unemotional and stable. Getting tongue-tied. Emotionally stable when he's going to be out there. He's going to be playing out of his mind. I don't even think Ray Lewis is going to be in his right state of mind when he's on the field because, come on now, this is your last game that you ever play in the NFL. This is it.
Yep.
Ain't no getting ready for training camp. This is it for you. This is it. Last ride. This is it. And then you got Terrell Suggs, who I can see giving Kaepernick problems. I see it already. You got Ed Reed. Who's probably one of the hardest. You got Ed Reed, who's a pick six waiting to happen.
Exactly.
He's a pick six waiting to happen. You got what was that? I know I'm gonna mess his name up. I apologize. Is that Nalohi Nada? You got Nada. You got Kruger. Come on now. This Baltimore defense, they held New England to 13 points. 13 points. New England averaged almost 35 a game. 13 points in the AFC Championship game. That's all I need to say about that. 13 points. Tom Brady. Right. Held them to 13 points. That's all I need to say about the Baltimore defense. I got to give the advantage to Baltimore's defense because defense, they shut down Peyton Manning. They shut down Tom Brady. And they shut down Andrew. Matter of fact, they shut down three of the best quarterbacks in the AFC. And Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady. I say Andrew Luck because Andrew Luck had a good year, and then being a good quarterback and everything, they did shut him down for the most part. But you beat Peyton Manning and Tom Brady in the same playoffs.
Yeah, future Hall of Famers by far.
But all this defense is all potential Hall of Fame. Ray Lewis, first ballot Hall of Famer. First ballot.
Think so?
Hall of Famer. Yes, no question about it. When his name's on the ballot, he's going in the Hall of Fame. I don't. If he don't get in the first time, something is seriously wrong with him not getting in. But I'm gonna stick with Baltimore's defense on this. So we pretty much wrapped up the offense, the offense, the defense, the quarterback, running back, wide receivers. We're gonna take a commercial break. We're gonna get our predictions after we come back from the commercial break, and then we're gonna get some NBA talk. A lot of NBA things going on this week. I know y'all been watching SportsCenter. You've been hearing some stuff on the internet and ESPN about NBA, what's been going on. We're gonna discuss a couple of NBA things when we come back from this commercial break.
What's going on? This is Fuego Beats from Fuego Beats Radio, and I want to tell everyone to check out the greatest sci-fi radio station out, Super 564 on Blog Talk Radio. They have the best topics, including sci-fi films, comic books, video games, and they even have a featured artist segment for musicians weekly. So if you have an obsession with sci-fi films, music, or video games like me, then this is the station for you. Make sure you check them out on blogtalkradio.com/Super564. That's blogtalkradio.com/SUPAFI64. All right? And remember, stay connected.
Yo, this your boy Big Keys. You listen to Fuego Beats Radio, the #1 internet radio station in the country.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Overtime Sports here on Fuego Beats Radio. Got my special guest with me in the building. Trevor, what's good with you, Trevor?
Chilling, just doing the thing.
I feel you, man. I feel you. All right, we're going to get into some. I know I told you before the commercial break we're going to do our Super Bowl picks, but we're going to wait till, well, probably already heard Trevor's, but, but anyways, we're going to wait till the end of the show to tell you our final picks. We're not going to say too much on it. Right now, we're going to jump into some NBA news. The big news story of the week, if y'all remember, is Rondo went down with the torn ACL. As y'all know, it was announced Sunday afternoon that Rajon Rondo had got an MRI on his knee, and he's out for the year. And now this is like Boston is probably right now sitting in the 8th seed, I think, 8th, 9th seed right now, and they could be in very big trouble without Rondo for the rest of the year. So I want to get your thoughts. What do you, Trevor? What do you see Boston going now? Because without Rondo, you don't have a good point guard running. Do you see Boston hanging on to the 8th seed? Are they gonna make the play? Are they gonna be out in the playoffs? What do you see? How do you think Boston's gonna do without Rondo?
I think Rondo was the center of their team. Not taking anything away from Garnett and Paul Pierce and the rest of the squad, but without somebody that can distribute the ball and run that offense, I don't see him doing too good. I mean, they're not going to go on a straight losing slump, but they're going to have to play a lot harder with whoever the replacement point guard is going to be. And when you factor in the fact that they don't have whoever the point guard is going to be hasn't really ran with the starters. You see what I'm saying? So now you got to go through a whole new learning curve for not just the point guard, but for the rest of the team to adapt to him. It's not going to be the same. They're not. I don't see them making the playoffs. I think they might as well go ahead and try and do the best they can, but look forward to getting somebody in this draft coming up at the end of the season. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, man.
Once he went down, that was it.
Yeah, man. I honestly, and yeah, for y'all don't know, I am a Miami Heat fan. So I'm not going to, of course I'm going to show love for my team. But as far as Boston goes, without Rondo there, that was your main go-to guy, man. Like, that was the person that was like the glue to the team. And without Rondo, you really don't have many options left. Kevin Garnett is starting to age. Pierce is getting up there in age, and you got Jason Terry. You got a lot of guys that are in their prime of their careers, and without Rondo there to just the ball out to all those guys, it's going to be very difficult. And Boston is going on a big stretch of games right now, and that's going to be very important. And they're sitting right there in the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. So, and you got a lot of teams that bundle up there at the bottom going to be fighting for that last playoff spot. And Boston is going to be tough. I mean, they got a lot of things they're going to have to get through, man. It's really going to be difficult for them because with Rondo, that's your big assist, man. Plus, Rondo has stepped up his game this year as far as scoring goes. His scoring has gone up. This is a essential piece to this team if they're going to be successful. And without him, I don't know how I feel. I really don't think. I mean, if they get there, I'll be lucky if they hold on to the eighth spot. It may be one of them things where at the end of the year, they're going to be fighting and scratching for that 8th seed. I just don't see it without Rondo. In a torn ACL, I've seen the injury happen to too many guys. It's one of those injuries. You look at Derrick Rose, Rose is on the cusp of coming back. Rose is probably going to be back shortly after the All-Star break, but when you treat a player with any kind of injury like that, you can't rush them back to the court. You've got to take your time because the torn ACL, I've torn my ACL. I already know what it's like. I was in rehabilitation for I don't know how many months, and it's not one of those things where you're going to be fine in 6 or 7 months. It's going to take 2 to 3 months for you to really get back stabilized again. Then you got to start moving on the knee. Mm-hmm. The Rondo, it's probably not going to. It's going to take some time. Of course, you got the surgery, and I'm sure he's probably got some of the best doctors in the world working on him. But he may miss part of the next season. It is January, so if he has surgery early, he might be back for training camp. But which is like 9 months. He might make it back in time, but that's a big blow to Boston's playoff chances. I'm gonna move on now. Dwight Howard. I'm gonna move on to Rondo. Dwight Howard. Y'all saw the game last night. Dwight Howard has been having right shoulder problems, and last night it really took off bad. I think somebody fouled him from Phoenix, and he came down holding his shoulder. They put ice on it. Lakers did lose the game last night. With his Dwight Howard injury, it looked like it's not looking too good for Dwight. As last as I heard, I think all he's done was an MRI on it. What do you think of Dwight Howard, man? Me and my boy Fuego, we both Heat fans. We just the latest all the time. But Trevor, what do you think about Dwight Howard? I mean, if he does have to, do you think surgery? You think he should have surgery? Is he hurting enough being on the court? What's your opinion of it?
Honestly, I think it's karma coming back to him. I don't know the true depth of his injury. I know it's been something that's been nagging him since he was in Orlando. But I think what happened with him in Orlando and the whole trade thing where he wanted to go to Brooklyn and all this, and then he just wound up in Los Angeles and all that, and him not taking the game seriously. I mean, Kobe had to sit him down about his free throws and all that. I think it's karma coming back from all of that, and I don't think he's taking it too seriously being in the Lakers with the history that they have and how that's a basketball town. That is Laker County, USA. You see what I'm saying? And everything is starting to come back to him, and I still don't think he's taking it as serious as it is. His shoulder very well could be hurt. Me personally, I think he's faking every now and then because if you notice the times that his shoulder's been acting up or the injuries been plaguing him is when the Lakers was losing. But that little 3-game streak, 4-game streak, whatever it was that they went on, wasn't nothing wrong with him. But as soon as the Lakers started looking bad, that's when his shoulder started acting up. Now, he did get fouled hard. I'm not going to take that away from him. He got fouled hard, but I don't think it was too hard to where he couldn't still play. But again, like I said, I don't know the true depth of the injury. But even still, you know what team you're on. You know the legacy that the Lakers have. You're going to tell me you couldn't play through it? I mean, just to kind of go back on the Rondo thing, they said Rondo might have been playing with that torn ACL for at least a game before he really went out. If you know the team that you're on and you really striving for your team and you want your team to win, you're going to at least try and push through a little bit. I mean, he just kind of went for an MRI for it. But what about all the other times it was hurt? It wasn't hurt too much to go for an MRI then. I believe Dwight Howard is a dominant center when he wants to be, because when he was in Orlando, the defensive player of the year, he was dunking all over the place. He was having fun until he got tired of it, and all that stuff went down in Orlando. There's nothing stopping him from doing that in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? He's too busy worrying about saying he's the greatest center of all time, trying to get at Shaq and all this other stuff. He's not focused on the game. And I think that's going to be the downfall if he stays with the Lakers, because you know they talk about trading him. Those trade talks are in the air. If he stays with the Lakers, he needs to get his mind right. Otherwise, he's just going to be a wasted center. And he's got the potential to be one of the best centers of all time. But he's not focused. And I don't know what it's going to take. Maybe if this injury is real, it'll do something, but time will tell.
Let me ask you this real quickly. Do you think he's going to need surgery? Do you think if the injury is significant, which I'm probably going to find out tonight on SportsCenter, if it's just that significant of an injury, do you think he needs to just go ahead and get surgery?
Yeah, I mean, if it's significant enough to get surgery, I would never have anything bad to say about any sports athlete, whatever sport you play. I would never have anything bad to say about getting surgery, because you always want to make yourself better for the future. The more you play with a bad injury that requires surgery, the worse the recovery time is going to be, and everything that encompasses that. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I say get the surgery. It's just going to be more beneficial in the long run.
I'd say definitely. He needs to get the surgery. He definitely needs to get that surgery, because if it gets worse during the season, it's going to be like a headache. I think they did rush him back quickly, but I definitely think he needs to go ahead and have the surgery. So we're gonna see how that develops. Quickly, I want to go ahead and wrap up this trade that just went down as well last night. We're in the NBA talk for now. The Rudy Gay traded to the Toronto Raptors, which I thought was really interesting. I know Rudy Gay's name has been coming up quite frequently in trade talks, but I didn't know the Raptors was going to be a team. I mean, you take a guy from a potential title team to a Raptors team that, you know, is pretty much out of the playoffs. But if you look at the Toronto team, they do got some good pieces there, you know, where they can build on for next year. But the hard thing about it is keeping Rudy Gay there when he's going to be a free agent. What was your opinion? And let me also Jose Calderon went to the Pistons. Tayshaun Prince went to the Grizzlies. Tayshaun Prince was like one of the last guys there from the Pistons. So what do you think about this trade, man? The Grizzlies did the trade to free up cap space. They're looking to make a move for some potential free agents. So getting rid of Rudy Gay, actually, people talk about maybe it's a dumb move, but if you think about it, if you're an NBA team looking to build your franchise, you got to make moves that you don't want to make to free up cap space. They had to do it to free up Rudy Gay, but with that out the window, forget about the free cap space. What do you think about this move by Memphis, trading Rudy Gay like this to the Raptors?
I think it was purely financial. I don't think they took into account just how much of an impact Rudy Gay really is. I mean, granted, I know they understand how big of a piece he is to that team, but I don't think they really took into consideration. The Grizzlies was doing decent this season. Yeah. And then they just, you know, like you said, to free up cap space or whatever their reason was, I don't understand why you would sacrifice doing better in a season than you've done in quite some time to free up cap space for potential free agents. That's shooting yourself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? You could have done that trade during the off season, something. And they seen trade deadline come up, and the first thing they thought was, "Hey, we need to go ahead and make this move." And then to send them to the Raptors, I mean, I don't understand some of the stuff they do with these moves. That just didn't seem like it made sense.
The trade caught me off guard as well. Now, like I said, people don't understand. Now, people are going to be like, oh, Memphis is stupid. They shouldn't have done that. What were they thinking? You trade one of your best guys. But But the thing about it, it's a financial move. And a lot of people who don't understand the financial part of basketball, what the financial, if you understand the financial reason behind this, you're going to be like, smart move, because they're freeing up cap space.
Right.
But then the basketball fan is going to be like, oh, that's stupid. You trade our best guy to the Toronto Raptors, and we got Tayshaun Prince out of the deal? Like, we don't want Tayshaun Prince. We want Rudy Gay. We want Rudy Gay. It's like,
right.
Come on, dude. Like, we want Rudy Gay. You know, but from a financial standpoint, it was a smart move. Now, Rudy Gay, the man's talented. He's very talented. You know, he's going to do some good things for Toronto. Actually, I'm not saying Toronto's about to make a playoff run. Don't by any means. I am not saying Toronto's going to make the playoffs. They're pretty much in the cellar right now. But Toronto's going to be a very interesting team with Gay, and I think they got Mike Lowry there. I think Bargnani is there. Who else is there in Toronto? They had a couple of good, but of course, Toronto's NBA Siberia. Nobody wants to go play for the right. I mean,
yeah.
When Vince Carter was there,
right.
Toronto was cool to play. It was cool to play in Toronto. You know.
Yeah, they had Vince and they had Tracy McGrady, a young Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, and then a few years later, you had Chris Bosh. Toronto was okay, but then it's Toronto. Which, to me, in my opinion, I don't really think Toronto is going to be up there. I don't think it's going to be up there in Canada much longer. I think more than likely they will move to the United States because I just don't see – they've had success up in Toronto. You know, I'm not saying nothing bad about Canada, but from a financial standpoint, I can see a lot of teams I can see a lot of cities, that can benefit from having a team like Toronto, you know, in their home city. So I can definitely see a lot of teams, you know, but honestly, I haven't really been paying attention to Toronto ever since Vince Carter and Chris Bosh left. Because to me, it's just been a regular team that went down. But, you know, you got Rudy Gay back there, so you got a big name that's back there, you know, not big name like Bosh and Carter play. You know, he's still a guy, but will he be back in Toronto? You know, who knows? He might stand another year extension, but the trade, I just want to discuss that trade because the trade was just so weird. It caught me off guard. And the NBA trade deadline is coming up here in February, and I know that's not going to be the only trade that goes down. I'm interested to see what other trades going down. But we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to wrap up the show with our Super Bowl picks and some other. We might discuss one more topic, but other than that, we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back with more after this.
Hello again. This is Anthony Ramirez from Ramirez Internet Solutions. Right now, we are in the season of launching a new division of our business called RewardWatcher.com. RewardWatcher.com is an avenue for businesses and consumers to buy and sell all their goods and services at affordable rates. Right now, this service is available to the DMV area only, but the more it grows, the more we plan on expanding up and down the East Coast and eventually west. Right now, we are in the introductory phase of RewardWatcher.com, so if you sign up now, the listings will be free all the way until March. Also, we will be beginning an initiative program for our users. For every paid listing that you bring to us, you will receive a month of free listings. To learn more or to post your listing, please visit www.rewardwatcher.com. That address again is at www.rewardwatcher.com, or you can give us a call at 571-989-2392, or you can email us at help@rewardwatcher.com. Again, that's help@rewardwatcher.com. Thank you, and we look forward to you helping us make this program a success.
I don't know if you saw this. Did you see Allen Iverson was actually offered a contract for the NBDL from the Legends? I don't know what city they're out of, but he turned them down. Did you see that? Did you catch that?
Yeah, I saw that. That.
He's Allen Iverson's trying to get back in the. He said he's trying to get back in the NBA, man. You think he's got one more comeback left in him there?
I think so. I mean, I don't see why not. He did his thing all the way up until he left. I honestly can't remember why he left. I'm sure it was probably something that wasn't that serious. I don't know. I can't remember.
Problems, Joe. He was dealing with some family problems outside the court. So my thing is, Iverson is probably going to be one of my top NBA players of all time. Your dude just had swag on him. That was just like none other than like this dude made like The headband come back out. Dude made the sleeve. Yo, the sleeve.
Yeah.
The sleeve, like,
Yes.
The story about the sleeve, which is weird, the sleeve was not actually supposed to be an accessory. The sleeve was actually, Allen Iverson, if y'all don't remember back in I think it was the 2000 season, he actually had an elbow injury. And the sleeve was actually supposed to help with the elbow injury. And what do you know? It turned into a fad.
Yep. Everybody's got them.
Everybody got a sleeve. Carmelo, LeBron, even Kobe got a sleeve. Everybody's got a sleeve.
Dwight's got a couple of them.
Dwight Howard looks ridiculous with both of them on. I just want to say that for the record. You're a center. They're made for shooting guards to keep their shooting arm warm. But you know, some guys wear it as an accessory. Some guys wear it to, help with their game. But, but who knows? Allen Iverson, if he comes back in the league, it's going to be interesting. I definitely want to see him come back. The answer elbow. Oh my God, the answer elbow band. Yo, I saw them. They actually got on eBay. They have the elbow band that you can actually buy on for eBay for like $30.
Word?
Yes, yo, the you remember the answer, the one that said the answer?
Yeah.
You can actually
I might have to get that, John.
Yo, go to eBay and type in the answer elbow band. You actually buy it off of eBay. Which is strange. Hey, I might have to get that for the basketball game with Fuego Beast play for block. I may have to put the answer elbow band on. Bring it back on him. So Allen Iverson, he's gonna try to make a comeback. Some sad news out of the X Games world. I don't know. This writer, his name is Moore. I forgot what his name was. I think it's Caleb Moore. Caleb Moore.
Yeah.
You guys saw. He's 25 years old. He was a snowmobile rider. He actually got into an accident during the X Games. I don't know if y'all saw the X Games. I did watch a little bit of it. And I did see what happened. Unfortunately, he lost his life today, age of 25. So definitely our condolences goes out to the family. 25. There's too young of an age to go. So it was a horrible crash. I think he suffered some head trauma, and they said he had a lot of blood on his his heart. So I definitely our thoughts and prayers goes out to his family. Nobody. I don't want to see anything. X Games is very dangerous. If y'all watch X Games, no matter if it's the winter X Games, summer X Games, some of the things they do out there are stuff that you can only dream about doing, So our Overtime Sports, our thoughts and prayers goes out to the Moore family, and our condolences go out to their family. 25 years old, man. It's sad what happened to him, man. Some of those things that some of those guys do. I mean, you appreciate all the things they do out there, the snowboarders and everything. You see Shaun White. Shaun White's like the Michael Jordan of the X Games. Dude's got I think he's got 16, 17 gold medals. You seen your boy Shaun White, right, man?
Yeah. Shaun White's a beast.
Yeah,
he just got his straight super pipe gold medal. That's never been done before. And all in all, through all the snowboarding throughout the X Games and some of the skateboard stuff, he's got 16, 17 gold medals, unprecedented. Nobody else got that.
Nobody. Shaun White is a beast. The dude is the dominant snowboarder. I mean, he's got it like that, man. He's good. But definitely, like I said, my condolences go out to the Moore family. Hopefully, they make it a safe. You're on a snowmobile. It's a heavy piece of machinery. You got to be careful. You come down the wrong way, God knows what happened, and unfortunately, took the life of a young man, Caleb Moore. So definitely, another story. What else do I want to discuss? The A-Rod thing. I want to quickly just jump into that as well. A-Rod, we were discussing earlier, he might be done for the year. He had hip surgery, and his name got brought up in this what was it, the PED thing, the drug thing.
Yeah.
His name
that whole
into that
clinic out of Miami.
Yeah, and now what the Yankees were saying, they said if all this was really true, they said there could be a slight chance they could void his contract, which means he's done with the Yankees. We live in a day and age, and another thing I want to discuss. I know I'm going off topic here, but the the what is it? Did you hear about the deer antler stuff spray?
Oh yeah. Well, Ray Lewis.
Yeah, Ray Lewis. They said Ray Lewis used some of it. I didn't know what it was until I looked it up. And I'm like, deer antler. I'm like, what is that? And they said Ray Lewis had used it, and of course he denied it. Of course, come on, man. The man's at the end of his career. They always want to find something to bring up. The man has already been through enough as it stands already. But another report where 5 Alabama players were actually caught using it, like before the 2011 National Championship game against LSU, and they were seen spraying in their mouths.
Wow.
Yeah, spraying in their mouths, and it actually the spray has an illegal substance in it from the NCAA. It's an illegal substance, so they can get. We're going from steroids to spray, everything you can name. I'm like, players are trying to get an extra advantage on the competition. Come on now. Like, we live in a day and age when you see a dude hit like 50 home runs, then you got to sit there and scratch your head like, is he on something?
Right. Now, here's the question, though.
You questioning yourself.
What?
That's why a lot of guys are going to end up getting put out the Hall of Fame because, you saw the Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame, nobody got inducted this year. Nobody made the vote.
None.
You had to get 68% to get into the Hall. Don't quote me on that number. I don't know, but it was a certain amount of percentage. And a lot of guys, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, a lot of the big names during the steroid era did not make it into the Hall of Fame. And me personally, I know steroids is a bad thing. I know that. But cheating is another thing. You cheat, But eventually, and I think Barry Bonds is going to get inducted eventually. I mean, I understand it's going to be an asterisk next to his home run record. Did he really do it? Did he really not? At the end of the day, he hit the home runs.
Right.
He hit the home runs. So, it's crazy that nobody got inducted to the Hall of Fame. But, the writers, they're all the elderly. They're all old school. They're all old school. They're messing up our game. They're messing up our game. Whatever, we're going out and playing the hard way. You're not supposed to take any kind of drugs to make yourself stronger. They're they're like that. So all those old guys. Another thing, Trevor. You watch wrestling, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Grew up with it, still watching.
My wrestling fans, hey, we're gonna cover wrestling on the show too. The Rock won the WWE Championship on Sunday, the Royal Rumble.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do
Yes, sir.
I'm actually gonna do I'm gonna do a show dedicated to WrestleMania. Trevor, I definitely want you on that show because we're gonna take a look at all the WrestleMania matches as it comes. WrestleMania was it April 7th?
Yeah, it's coming.
WrestleMania,
it's gonna be huge.
Yeah, WrestleMania is April 7th. I'm actually gonna do a show dedicated to all my wrestling fans out there. If y'all want to be on that show for the WrestleMania show, you definitely hit me up. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do my shout out now. If you hit me up on my Twitter, I am Big Keith. Email me at bigkeith@fuegobeats.com. Email me up there. Definitely, you want to be on the show to discuss that wrestling. I'm going to do a big WrestleMania show before the night before WrestleMania to get y'all predictions. So, what you think? I'm going to quickly say, what you think about The Rock winning the WWE Championship, man?
I think it was overdue. A lot of people like CM Punk, and then they stop liking them, or they continue to like whatever. But I mean, the attitude there is needed, man. And you can't kick that off without The Rock. It's definitely overdue. I'm glad he did it. I'm glad to see my man back in the ring. The
Rock is back, y'all. The People's Champ is finally back. All right, before I go, Super Bowl predictions. Let's go and get this out of the way. Trevor, I know you heard it, but tell the people again who you going for on Sunday.
49ers, and I'm going to throw out a point prediction, too, if I may.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give them, they're going to win by 14. They're going to win by 14. 49ers got it. They're going to do it.
My prediction, I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers as well. It's going to be a close game, a very competitive game. I say at least San Francisco pulls out by at least 7. It's going to be he said, Trevor said 14, I say 7. So it's going to be, I hope y'all going to enjoy y'all Super Bowl parties. If you're gonna drink, please drink responsibly. I don't want anybody getting hurt, getting killed on Super Bowl Sunday, everything. And Texas, email us at fuegobeats.com. Let us know what y'all doing for the Super Bowl. What y'all having friends over, y'all doing big parties or whatever. Let us know what I'm doing. But once again, let me give out my info. Follow me on Twitter. I am Big Keith. Also, I gave you the email, bigkeith@fuegobeats.com. JSNL, the clothing line. Make sure y'all check out their website for all their clothes, their shirts, the sunglasses, the watches. They got all your gear up there. Also, check out the Zombie Day page at fuegobeats.com. Fuego Beats. We also have What the Fuego, the Writer's Block. Got all up there. The website's been revamped. You're going to love the site. Super564.com. Go check them out for all your hard needs, comic books, video games. They do it all. They all your horror sci-fi needs, definitely go check them out. Trevor, anything coming up with you, man, that you want to go ahead and shout out?
Nah, not much, man. Just still doing my usual every day. Anybody want to get up with me, you can hit me up on Twitter at harlemwonder.com, or you can hit me up, email harlemwonder@gmail.com. Hit me up, man. We can talk anything. I know a little bit about everything, or we can just talk about anything. I'm around.
Yeah, Trevor, once again, man, I definitely appreciate you being on the show, man. You're definitely a lifesaver, man. The man knows his sports, man. He definitely is going to be on the show for future shows. One more thing I want to do, March 14th, 2013 is going down, March Madness. I'm not going to give out any big details of what's going on that day. Just stay tuned for details. It's going to be huge. March Madness, March 14th. Also, the basketball game is coming up this summer. Team Fuego Beats versus Block. Josiah, shout out to Josiah and Block. I'm taking you down, son. It's going down. The basketball. I'm going to make a score prediction real quick. 100-0. That's my prediction. They're not going to score points. It's simple as that. That's how it is. Anyways, next week we're going to discuss the Super Bowl.